Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jerry Opoka, and in today's video I want to speak about reincarnation. I was one of those people who thought that's absolute utter nonsense. We do not reincarnate, we live once and go. However, over the years I kept saying, so what is the point of this existence? So we are born, and we go through the early years, we cry, we poop, we eat, then we grow up enough to go to school. We're learning some concepts all the way until we're 19, 20, go out, get a job, struggle to pay rent, build a house, get married, struggle through that relationship, the happy days, sad days, difficult days. Then we grow old and then we die. And along the way, as have many people, we keep asking, what is the point? What is the reason for my existence? Why am I here? I used to think it was like such a big fat joke that, God just wants us to come here and suffer. Never mind that after so many years, if on the day you die you had not repented, you will go to hell and burn for the rest of eternity. But I have come to learn that we do actually reincarnate, and it makes life that much meaningful. So beyond those questions, we all make a choice to come to this world. We actually go through an intricate system of choosing where we want to come, how we want to present ourselves, and we are all here to experience life. Some people say to learn lessons. I think we're here to experience life in different forms, and there's a whole other story behind that. But for purposes of this video, it's just to say we do reincarnate. Now, there are challenges that we all go through in life, and you'll find that in everyone's life there seem to be certain challenges that are bigger than others, and they will stay longer than others. Those are, I believe, the bits of life that you have come to experience in this time. Okay? And there are people who are your challengers, the ones who cause you probably the greatest grief. If it's something to do with another person or other people, there are people who cause you grief, who cause you a lot of pain and suffering. They are actually part of your equation, and sometimes they have actually made a pact with you that when you come back to learn those lessons, they will be the ones to teach you. Isn't that absolutely fascinating? So imagine a situation where you get in a relationship and you struggle in that relationship. You leave one relationship, go into another, and you find that you have sort of attracted the same kind of person. Now, that we know is telling about you. It's pointing out something about you as an individual and what you need to learn about yourself so that you get out of that pattern and that cycle. Now, those people you end up in a relationship with are there to teach you. Let's take another example. If you are a person who wants to learn forgiveness, like I want to experience forgiveness. Like I want to be able to know what it means to really have a forgiving heart. How else can you do that? If somebody comes and takes your pen and does not bring it back, and you say, I forgive the person, or someone comes and eats some of your food when you're hungry and you say, no, I forgive you, or somebody slaps you and you say, it's okay, I forgive you. Does that really teach you true and deep forgiveness? For you to learn that forgiveness at the level that has really made you reincarnate on this earth plane, it has to be something big, something major, something that people would ordinarily say, I don't even know, I can never forgive such a person. It could even be something as grave as death, maybe a murder, and you say, I can never forgive such a person. Now, you could find that the person who orchestrated that that thing that has caused you a lot of pain and anger is actually the person with whom you have an agreement to work on this thing called, the deep forgiveness. So when you realize that, it just makes everyone and everything completely different. Our perspective of it all completely changes, because if now you start asking, why is this person doing what they are doing? Why do I find myself in this situation? What is it? What does it mean? What is it teaching me? How did I end up here? And how do I get out of it? But most importantly, what is my heart going to take out of this experience? Because that is the whole reason why we exist. That is why we go through every single thing that we go through. So yes, we do reincarnate, and sometimes, well, when we are when we are coming back, when we are making, when we are choosing what we want to come and experience, obviously when we come here, we have to forget. So the soul finds a new baby body that we come into, and we are born innocent child. We do not remember, even though a lot of the times I believe young children remember their past lives. There are children who remember their past lives, and as they grow, they start to forget. They get into the things of the world, the stresses of the world, the suffering, and having to work hard, having to learn so many things along their journey of growth. So they forget their past lives, and they will now, those experiences that they will have signed up for will start to appear in their lives. For some people, it could be things like childhood traumas, because sometimes you wonder why a child has to go through certain deep pains. And you find that these pains are what they actually teach about later in life, or they start to do healing practices from those experiences that they've gone through, and so on and so forth. But basically, when children are born, they come in and they're supposed to forget. We're all supposed to forget our past lives. If you watch a series, and I've talked about this before, a docu-series called Surviving Death, just the first episode, it has nothing to do with death, or like death as we know it, or anything ugly or painful. But it is really worth watching how this young boy lives for just a few years, dies, and then he reincarnates. He starts off in his past life, he was a young black boy. Less than 10 years later, he's back on this earth plane. He remembers his past life. And when his new parents look up the story that he's telling them, they find that he was a black boy with black parents. What does that tell us? We are one. We are one, and we're just going through, cycles of life and learning. So that's what I wanted to talk about and say. Do some research, do some reading, allow yourself to explore. I know a lot of people do not even want to consider, but share your thoughts. These are my thoughts. These are what I completely believe now, but I'd love to hear yours. So hit the comment section and share your comments. Otherwise, click the notification button for the next video so that you're alerted when it comes out. And also subscribe if you've not subscribed. Otherwise, thank you so much.